Hi there, it's Emma from Emma's Cards and Paper Crafts. Welcome back to part 2 of my one sheet wonder that I started on my last video. In that video we made these 2 cards here, and then next up the pieces we have left over is this one here and this one here. So the card bases I have left is the Pretty in Pink and the Summer Splash. I think we're going to use them here and here like so, I think. I'm thinking I might put this one on some white again like I did the last one. But I'm not all that. I think this one I might put on white as well. I'm going to get some of the Pretty in Pink glimmer paper out as well. We have a little bit already pre-cut from a previous project to use. In fact, I'm going to swap these over. I'm going to put this one on this piece, this one on this piece, because I have an idea for this one. I want to put a nice strip of this under there, I think. And that's that plan. So I'm going to start with this one, I think. Let's get a bit of white to mat this one on. Excuse me, it's been a long day. So I'm going to mat this on a piece of white, like so. So let's get my trimmer out and just measure this piece a minute to see what size we're looking at. So this is 2.5 by 2.5. So we're going to cut the white to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. There we go. And then 2 3/4 the other way. Just so it gives you an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around, like so. Then this, I'm going to cut maybe a 1/2 inch strip, I think. Let's turn this around this way. Yeah, I'm going to go 1/2 inch strip, I think. Yep, that's about the right size I want. Pop this bit to one side a minute, and then grab some scissors. Oh, and now my cushion's out of my chair. The chair have fallen. I've been suffering quite a bit with really bad backache lately, so off to the doctors for that soon. Hopefully they can figure out what's causing it. I have started new medication recently and it may be to do with that, but they want to rule out other things first, so we don't need to hide too much of it under there. So I'm just going to cut it at an angle like so, so it can go pop out from under there a bit like this, and then like that, and then pop a sentiment here. So I'm going to stamp directly on the card with a sentiment on this one, I think. And we're still going with the happy birthday theme because I'm short on birthday cards at the moment. I've got quite a lot of birthdays coming up. So I'm going to leave my bits on the paper in rough places, or rough placement should I say, so that I can see roughly where I want my sentiment to go. So sentiment done, and now we're going to glue all of this down. So I'm going to glue this down, but I'm going to pop this matted layer up on dimensionals, I think. So hopefully this should be a much quicker video this time. Last week's video ended up going on what seemed forever. I didn't think everybody would want to sit and watch me for hours upon hours. So hopefully this one will be a little bit shorter. So I'm going to pop that roughly about there. I'm going to map this. Look at that, it doesn't look quite straight. That's a little bit better. So, map this layer on here. Like so. And I need to find some more dimensionals. Luckily I have a brand new packet right in front of me, and I've got like a bit of everything in front of me right now. The desk is a complete mess. Excuse me, yawning. Oh, turns out I did have just enough on my last sheet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 in the middle. Should be fine. Pop all of these off. There we go. Pop that on there like that. So there we go, that one was nice, quick and simple. So another landscape one. And then for our last one, so I've got this here. Instead of keeping them perfectly in line, I might do them kind of staggered, I think. I might put those direct on the card base. I don't know actually, because I want to do a mixture of both. Nope, don't like it like that. Don't like it like that either. Nope, we're going to go back to what we was originally planning. So, do a third landscape one. And mix and match it like this. Do you like how this bit here still looks like it's in the right place? So I think that's what we're going to go with. Yeah. And then as for the sentiment, actually, I've got this die here I was using the other day. My bit of cardstock isn't quite big enough for my glimmer paper. I'm going to cut another piece of glimmer paper, but maybe in the petunia pop. I've already got a bit cut actually. There we go. So I'm going to cut this out of there. There you go, perfect fit. Like it was meant to be. Let's just move this card off to the side. There we go. And then pop that down. Apologies if you can hear my washing machine in the background. It's just finished and it plays like a 30-second long tune when it finishes. Come on, you will go in. Sometimes, there we go. It just takes a little bit of effort to get it rolling. And I'm going to roll it back again, just to make sure it's cut through properly. Tip that out. And for the sentiment, I want something as well. So, where did I put my sentiments? So I had this, used this one last time, and the leaves. I don't think we're going to use the leaves again. I put the leaves back on here. Circles aren't quite big enough for what I want. but I think I might use this one again. And they came off the other. Did they come off the other one? No, they came from here as well, I think. Yeah, that one goes there. And then that one goes there, I think. This is what happens when I don't put them away immediately and I leave them from one day to the next. When I'm sometimes halfway through a project, I'll just leave everything out on my desk, ready to just continue the next day. Which is not quite the next day, it was this morning that I filmed the other one, then went out and did a few jobs, and then I've come back to do the other two today. So that's that bit. I need to find the white is what I was looking for, a bit of white to cut my sentiment from. Maybe that piece is just big enough. So let's cut the sentiment while we've got the die cutter out as well, and a bit of washi tape to hold it in place. So I have learnt the hard way, only stick the washi tape on the bit of cardstock that you're going to be cutting off, because sometimes it does tear it as you're taking it off. Everything has just slid down when I moved just a minute ago. Oh no, it's going to play silly buggers with me again today. So, sometimes, well, the main reason I don't use my little blue as often as maybe I could is because it doesn't always want to go through first time. You have to put things at an angle for them to want to roll through sometimes, and it just drives me nuts. So I tend to just stick to my bigger machine that I use all the time. Even though I'd specifically bought the littler one so it could stay out all the time and didn't have to keep putting it away, but these things happen. So that's a little bit leftover white, I'll leave that there. Let's poke out all these bits because there's so many pieces to poke out. There we go, so just bring this back across. So we're going to stick these kind of staggered like so. Might cut this down a little bit shorter to go underneath my sentiment. Let's pop it down a minute. Just have a little fiddle. I want it to come out from underneath my sentiment, but like I wanted my sentiment to be kind of more in the middle of the should we do it a long ways like that? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Or we could do like that, have them staggered like that, that coming across, and then the sentiment down in the corner. Yeah, I think I quite like that. I think that's what we're going to go with. Just to stick this down though, I'm just going to put a bit of double-sided sticky behind the sentiment to hide it, so I know it's firmly held down here, and then this can leave it just free so it gives a bit more dimension. So we're going to start by putting the middle strip down first, just so I can centralise that and make sure I'm happy where that one is at least. So literally going to go right in the middle of the card with this one, so equal amounts either side and above and below. And then the bottom one I'm going to put closer to the bottom right corner. Try and keep the edge quite similar in distance, like that. And then we'll do the same sort of distance here, but up here, like that. The middle one doesn't quite look straight to me. There we go. Squidged it across just a smidgen. That sliding all over the place, so that's that. So we have this coming across the page like that. Just find a little bit double-sided sticky to hold that in place, and make sure that where I'm sticking the double-sided sticky, it's going to be hidden. So I'm going to put it around this way. There we go. Now let's find a sentiment, because I was going to do happy birthday, but then I decided to turn it around the other way. So where did I put my stamp set there? Let's do yeah, happy birthday wouldn't fit that way, it'll look silly. Could do best of luck or just for you. Let's go with just for you. So swap out happy birthday, put happy birthday back in the box. So I don't lose it. Now let's make sure I got it out the right way. And then we're going to go with the petunia pop to stamp with. It's quite like the petunia pop and how it just sets it out from the background of the summer splash. There we go. And I'm going to pop that on a couple of dimensionals down in this corner here. Dimensionals are right next to me. Like that. I'm going to peel this backing paper off too, because I don't want the dimensionals to stick to the backing paper and then it pull the backing paper off and come loose. I'll pop that there like that. I might just put a tiny bit of glue under this top end here, just to hold this down a little bit. I don't want it being dragged off or bent when it's been put in the envelope. There we go, and there's the last card. So I'll just get all of the cards in together and show you what we've made. So we made these two today, and then these two in the previous video. I hope you've enjoyed my one sheet wonder. I hope you'll come back to watch my next video again soon. Thank you, bye bye.